I was holding on tightly to a polythene bag the first day I met him. I was on my way to the Corlebu Teaching Hospital to visit a friend, and my polythene bag contained her clothes. Yes, just clothes. Not a stolen treasure I was trying to protect with my life. I mean, that's how it must have looked to anyone who saw me. Right from the moment I joined the car from Circle, I didn't put the bag down for once. Even when I noticed him watching me, curiosity shining like a nosy cat in his gaze, my Kunfung grip didn't go away. I think I just needed to cling to something for comfort considering the circumstances. When he felt he had seen enough, he talked to me. We didn't really say anything substantial, just banter, and it was very brief. Then we fell back into silence. As I looked out the window, watching the busy streets rush past us, I felt a rush inside my chest. I remember watching him as he alighted. He looked at me with a big smile. I still remember that smile. It spread from his face to my heart. That's how effortlessly contagious it was. Just before the car took off, he stood on the pavement, still wearing that adorable smile, and exclaimed, "Ebe, madam, why are you holding that polythene so tightly?" I laughed, and the car moved. For a few minutes, my mind was not clouded with worry for my sick friend. It was him I thought about. The way he looked, the lingering smell of his cologne in the empty seat beside me, and that rush he evoked in my heart. Most importantly, the last words he said to me echoed in my mind and kept the smile on my face intact for the rest of my journey. Crazy thing is, I knew he was going to say something about my polythene bag the moment he opened his mouth. I wondered if I would ever see him again, then shook my head and thought, nah, it's highly unlikely. So I tabled that encounter as one of those fleeting moments that I will often think about and smile. You know, the kind of story you tell your friends for a good laugh. But life had other plans. I met him again. This time around, it was at the hospital. I was sitting on a bench under one of the trees when I saw him walking in my direction. It felt like a scene straight out of a Hallmark movie. He looked dashing. Remember that rush I talked about earlier? I felt it again when he looked at me and recognition dawned on his face. He smiled, that contagious smile of his, and I had no choice but to gift him with my smile too. I kept the smile on while he walked closer to me. I was eager to talk to him now that fate had given us another chance to meet. To my dismay, he didn't come to me. He sat next to an elderly woman on the bench next to mine. Judging from their interactions, I could tell she is his mother. Although he sat next to her, his eyes were fixed on me. That's how I knew he wanted to talk to me. I think he didn't make any move because of his mother. She is the reason I also didn't talk to him. I sat there being cool and composed, but deep down, I wanted to run to him, take his phone, and dial my number on it for him. Come to think of it, I should have just done it. Instead, I sat there waiting for his mother to get up for a while so I could get my chance. Well, that never happened. We all sat there, stealing glances at each other till his mother was ready to leave. By then, I was eating, and just like the first time, he smiled widely and said, "Madam, why didn't you invite me to come and eat with you?" I was too shy to say anything coherent, so I mumbled something and laughed as he walked off with his mother in tow. I continued to go to the hospital in the days that followed, but I never saw him again. I think whoever they visited must have gotten discharged. I still think of him. I look out for his face when I enter a public vehicle. Sometimes on the streets, I scan the faces of men expecting to see that smile of his. I know it doesn't make sense that I would feel this way about a stranger, but I want to find him. I am here hoping that fate will bring us together again. Who knows? Maybe he reads silent beads as religiously as I do. Or this story can find him when someone shares it. I feel he and I are bound to be connected somehow. We could become great friends or something more. So, to that tall young man who teased my polythene bag, if you are reading this story, don't just smile your contagious smile and do nothing.